A log of truth both bold and grim, where lights grow thin and edges dim. True tales born on haunted tide, visions that winds and waves can't hide. I'm Captain Jordan, ghost-touched and flame-born, once Guagua the shaman, now weathered and worn. Through storm and spirit, fire and rain, I sail through memory, myth, and pain. Each story drifts through time and fear, with truth sailing ever near. For First Nations visions to fights beyond the fading light, I rhyme what spirits send by night. Now drawn in ink, our tales take flight, an anime form beneath starlit night. The phantom tide has come alive, with ghost and gods anime drive. These rhymes come from the tide and flame, not from a bot with a stolen name. Wear the spirit, visit our store, links are in the channel's description. We've come to the end of a winding track, where tales of mistaken tech look back, of rifles that jammed, of screens gone black, of compasses spinning, losing the knack. It started once with a pheasant stare, too calm for a bird, too sharp for a snare. A spirit's gaze in a feathered disguise, with more in its heart than its hunter's eyes. My father, a man of the steady hand, who never let game escape on land, built it a shelter and kept it fed, a choice he himself could not have said. And one still night from the cedar shade, a figure of power and silence made. The forest's giant, the Bigfoot came, unknown in purpose, untamed in name. It looked on the bird with a patient grace, as if two old friends had met in place. No harm, no chase, no sudden flight, just a nod in the sober light. Then an orb appeared like a breath of flame, with no machine to call its name. A light that pulsed with a meaning deep, the kind that wakes while the rest still sleep. I thought of the time such lights had shone, and every device I've ever known would flicker and fail in their quiet ring, as if told, you've no place in this living thing. For I've seen rifles refuse to fire, radios fade, though their parts were wire. GPS swear we were miles inland, while tide spray clung to the deck's worn hand. I've seen drones drop from the clouded sky, not from a hit, but as if told, die. And sonar screens go dark as night, when something massive passed from sight. These are not faults of a worn-out gear. They are messages plain for those who hear. The forest, the sea, the sky's own dome have ways to make their power known. So take this counsel from one who's been in places where tech won't let you win. It's not about throwing your tools away, but knowing the rules when spirits say. 1. Trust your tools, but trust the light. They see the day, but they miss the night. When spirits move, they bend or break. That's no mistake, but a choice they make. 2. Learn the signs that the elders read. The way crows gather, the scent of seed, the sudden hush in the forest wide, the change in the pull of the turning tide. 3. When all your devices die as one, don't curse the dark or seek to run. It may be a shield you cannot see, keeping you safe from what you should not be. 4. Never laugh at the tales you hear. Disbelief is a closing gear. The door you mock may have swung your way, but will lock itself for another day. I've walked on shores where wartime crews fell from the clouds with lives to lose, and found themselves in a sheltered cove, guided by lights that drifted and wove. Those same shands bore the giant's tread, and orbs that spun where the living fled. Coincidence? No. There's a braided thread of spirit inside. Through all I've said, a pheasant's gaze, a giant's step, a light where the old secrets slept. All these markers meant to be for those who look with more than see. So when your cameras fail to save the proof you think the watchers crave, pause and listen, don't demand. Some truths are drawn in a different hand. I recall that night when the bird took flight, the Bigfoot faded from mortal sight, and the orb dissolved like whispered vow, leaving only the stillness now. My hands were empty, my gear was dead, but the truth was alive in the path I'd tread. For I'd seen the weave no wires could claim, the living system without a name. That's the gift mistaken tech can give, a moment in which you truly live, where data fails and senses guide, and the old world walks at your side. So here at the close of this log I write, remember the rules when you lose your sight. The spirits bend, signals they close the gate, not from malice, but to change your fate. When the screen goes black, when the compass spins, when you feel the shift in your bones and skin, don't cling to the gear you thought was true. The path ahead will be shown to you. For the forest, the tide, and the endless sky have kept their maps long before we try. And when tech is wrong in those shadow bays, the wise will trust the old ways. Have a tale to share, a tale to tell? Throw us a line, ghostboatadventures@gmail.com. Subscribe to Sail with Shadow and Song. Shop Spiritware, Ask Raven Native Art, Etsy.com. Keep the voyage afloat. Donation link is in the channel's description. This voyage we share through calm and gales, with ghostly crew and tattered sails. Fair winds and haunted harbors shout, Captain Jordan and his crew of ghosts over and out.